The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. Flagship Cinemas, a better cinema experience. See you at the movies. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
If it seems like the Cony Rams and the Lawrence Bulldogs play in the high school football playoffs every year or just about every year, well, in fact, that is the case, because tonight, for the third time in 4 years, these two teams will hook up in the postseason in Class B North. Good evening and welcome to Fuller Field in Augusta. I'm Mike Violet along with AJ Knight and our Score crew. It's playoff football tonight. Class B North semifinal style, as those Cony Rams host those Lawrence Bulldogs. And if familiarity breeds contempt, AJ, there's a lot of contempt that we are about to see tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the fourth time these teams have seen each other in 2 seasons. Obviously, same region they're going to play in the regular season. And last year, Lawrence got the absolute better of this matchup, but it was the region final game the year ago, and Lawrence dominated in that one as well. And then a little bit surprising, I think. Obviously, week 2 of the season, so it didn't have a complete feel necessarily for what both these teams were going to be. But I was surprised when we were back here in week 2 and these two teams play, and Cony really pushed Lawrence around.
Well, they did, but it took a while. Lawrence led. This was a crazy game. Lawrence led 14-7 late in the first half, made a critical mistake. They turned the ball over. It was recovered by the Cony Rams. They outscored Lawrence the rest of the way 35-7. I asked John Hersom about that on opening drive this morning, and he said it was basically a snowball down a hill kind of thing. Cony caught fire, had all the momentum, took that momentum, and absolutely drilled us in that game. Lawrence comes in having won 3 of 4, and we know, AJ, they run the football probably better than most teams in the state of Maine do.
Yeah, hard not to argue after last week you and I had the Lawrence Skowhegan playoff game. Took just 12 carries for Colton Carter to go 3 yards short of 200, and then that's on top of him running for, was it 368 the week before?
Yep.
So in the last 2 games, Colton Carter has rushed for nearly 570 yards and I think about 7 touchdowns. Yeah, I think he's in tip-top form, and I think you of course talked to both coaches, and we'll hear from Coach Lipp coming up, but my favorite question was asking how he slowed down Colton Carter, and I won't spoil it,
right.
But Coach Lipp's answer about that's pretty spot on.
Right, and we're going to hear from Coach Lipp in our second segment here tonight, but talking to John Hersom this morning, as I did on opening drive, he mentioned running the football, how good they are at it, and obviously the better they are at it tonight, the more you keep Parker Morin and this high-flying Cony offense on the field. We saw what they did in week 2. Once they get going, they get the football, they can make things happen. Keep away is the best style of play against them.
Yeah, and I think down the stretch, and again, not to take too much of steam out of Coach Lipp's interview, which we'll hear from, but yeah, I think that these two teams kind of a tale of sort of two halves. Cony more so 3 sections. They started out really strong and then really had a weird stretch in the middle and they bounced back, but it's not been clean the last few. Lawrence, the offense has been there. It's been really strong pretty much against everybody except Falmouth, but shocker, everybody loses to Falmouth. It's been the defense that's been surprising to me as you talk about how much more important that makes keep away when your defense has struggled the way Lawrence's has this season.
Yeah, and they've been almost historically bad this year. They have given up an absolute ton of points this year. Like, for instance, 42 against Cony, 33 against Bangor, 28 against Messalonsky in a game they won 48-28. They scored 60 against Mount Blue, but they gave up 28. Then, of course, blown out by Falmouth 48-3. They narrowly beat Hamden Academy 39-35. Yep. That's the game where Colton Carter had 368. So he had 368, and they only won by 4 points. And then last week, of course, they won 42-13. So defense has been the problem. You don't want defense to be a problem against the Cony Rams because when they get going offensively, they're as good an offensive football team as there is in any class in the state of Maine. And Parker Morin, he can sling it around for sure. It's a cold night tonight, temperature in the 40s, but it's a dry night. There's very little wind. So in other words, what I'm saying is it's a good night for football. We're going to take a timeout. We'll come back, and we'll hear from Cony coach B.L. Lippert as our pregame show rolls on before this Class B North semifinal game between the Lawrence Bulldogs and the Cony Rams. Back after this on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
there is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Well, it's really no surprise that the Cony Rams and the Lawrence Bulldogs are going to play in the Class B North playoffs again this year. Last year they met in the regional championship game. This year they meet in the regional semifinals. And joining us now is Cony coach B.L. Lippert. Coach, thanks for joining us on the pregame show.
Thanks for having me, and thanks for bringing up last year's game. That was a fun memory for me.
Well, yeah, it didn't go well in the regular season last year. Didn't go any better in the regional finals, but it did go better in the first matchup you had this year, where you won 42-21. It was a very interesting game because Lawrence led that game late in the first half, and then all of a sudden things got really different, and you guys came back and I believe outscored them 35-7 the rest of the way.
We did, yeah. We scored with about a minute to go in the half, maybe less than a minute to go in the half, and then they fumbled the ensuing possession. We had one play from the 31, and we got a little lucky and hit Ethan Demmons on a wheel route to score on the last play of the half, and then scored to start the second half. And so that 2-minute stretch from overlapping from the end of the first half to the second half, as Bill Belichick always talked about, really kind of flipped the tide in that game, and we were able to sort of stave off with some late movement from them. So it was a good win for us, certainly. They'd beaten us twice last year, like you said, so I know the kids were happy to get a win out of their belt against a really good program.
So, I mean, we're going back to September September 13th when that occurred. There's been a lot of football that's been played since then. You have, down the stretch here, won 2 in a row, beating your arch rivals Gardner 21-6, and last week you beat Mount Blue 2 weeks ago beat Mount Blue in the regular season finale 47-14. What's changed for the better for you guys since that meeting back on September 13th?
Yeah, it's been a tumultuous season, honestly. We played 2 Class C teams and lost to both of them, down at Levitt, we were down there, and then we played Madomic, who is a big and physical team, but I guess we didn't really anticipate them being as tough and athletic as they were. So in the middle of our season, kind of struggled a little bit, and then played better as of late. I think we were without Anderson Noyes for a piece there. He's a really good sophomore running back. We got to have him back now healthy. And Parker Morin's been better second half of the season than maybe he was in the early parts of the season. So we're trying to stay diverse offensively. I think last year we got locked into being kind of pass first and almost pass only, and then no other main championship game. And that's not a position of strength to be operating from. You want to be able to keep teams off balance defensively. And I think we've done a better job of doing that this year, and we'll see if that pays dividends tomorrow night.
The Lawrence Bulldogs, as you know, it's no news flash. They're going to run the football. They have a very prolific rushing attack led by Colton Carter, who had a 368-yard game a couple of weeks ago, had a 90-yard touchdown again last week in the playoff win over Skowhegan. You were able, after being absolutely crushed by their rushing attack last year by Lawrence's, able to at least get a handle on it, I guess, in that game in week 2. What did you do that night maybe differently that you didn't do last year, or was it just different personnel, or what?
We strained his MCL, I think, is the biggest thing we did, because he got hurt in that first quarter. He came back in. He's a tough kid. He wasn't nearly what he is at full strength, and it feels like now he's back at full strength, and he's a really tough runner. He's a cutback runner in the same light that Parker Higgins was the same way. They stretch you wide, and they're looking for alleys to cut back and then make another cutback, and it goes from an 8-yard run to an 80-yard run. So he's a really tough runner, but it's not just him. Obviously you've got 43 running the traps in there. Roy, he's a tough kid. And then you have enough Michael Hamlin throwing the football that they really are diversified offensively. I think people sometimes think, it's a wing T, it's all run, and it's just not the case. I mean, they do a nice job, and they typically, and again this year, are getting better as the season progresses. So at least on the offensive side of the ball, they've really kind of hit their stride. I heard some quotes in the paper this week that they feel like they've kind of gelled at the right time offensively, and that's shown in the film. They're running the ball really well, and they've beaten some quality opponents down the stretch.
Talking to Cony head coach B.L. Lippert before Cony and Lawrence play at Fuller Field in Augusta in the Class B North semifinals. While they may have their offense together and it's really gelling, they have really struggled mightily defensively all year long. When you look at them play defense, what do you see? And as a coach who certainly has a team that can score points, what do you think you can do against them?
Yeah, I mean, they've been in a couple different fronts. I feel like they've kind of bounced around a little bit from a 3-4 to a 4-2 to a 3-3. And so when you see a team doing that, it feels like you're trying to find their identity. They've got some talented kids. On the back end, I know they've had a big injury. Dustin Hunter-Bellows had a handful of interceptions, I think, early in the season. So he's been out, so that's been a big loss for them. And they're young in some key spots, too. And as the season progresses, you hope those sophomores to start playing a little bit more like juniors. And they have moments, certainly, where they can be tough to block. And so, Coach Hersom is going to scheme it up in a way to give his team the best chance to have success. So for us, as I always say, it's kind of dictated by what they do defensively. I didn't expect them to rush 5 the first time we played them. I thought they'd drop the DNs and kind of play a little bit pass first, and instead they rushed a lot. So we threw pretty successfully against them. And it comes down to kind of what leverage they want to play with, what depth they want to play with, how many people they're going to put in the box. So it's a little bit of a guessing game that way, and sometimes it takes a quarter or two to kind of get familiar with what they're trying to do, as they're doing the same with us. So it's a little X's and O's battle, and at the end of the day, you hope you can just kind of figure out what they're doing and try to call plays that will benefit, give you advantageous looks.
In that first matchup, Parker Morin started 2 of 12. He finished up stronger, though. He was 12 of 24 on the night, 234 and 3 touchdowns. Certainly a very good effort. Talk about his game, where he is now compared to where he was in that Week 2 win.
Coming off last year, I don't know if it was a state record 27 touchdowns as a sophomore, but it's going to be close to it. A game of 480 yards passing. I mean, he was certainly a well-known commodity last year. Coming into this year, a lot of attention on him, and it hasn't been as easy for a variety of reasons. He hasn't been quite as sharp in some games. Our receiving core has let him down a little bit with some drops here and there, and bad play calling. Of his interceptions, probably 25-30% of them were just probably bad calls by me. So.
We're going to fade Coach B.L. Lippert down because they're going to get started early here. Lawrence has won the toss. They have elected to receive. Dick LaCase is the referee tonight. Danny Labrie is the umpire. The field judge is Ralph Vintner. The back judge, Chris Bessie. Stephen Labossiere is the line judge. Upstairs, the timekeeper is Joe Mertzel. We are ready to go. And Matt Boston is ready to kick off. Cony wearing the red jerseys with the white numerals and the gray pants, and Lawrence in all white with the blue numerals. And back deep, Preston Roy is going to be one of the up men along with Colton Carter.
I forgot to ask you, Mike.
And Cole Curiot is deep.
When you talked to Coach Hersom, is DHB back for this one? I
No,
know
DHB is done for the year.
Okay, I know there's speculation
He is out for the year. Here's Boston foot into ball. We are underway. And on the near side, it's taken by an up man at the 27 up to the 30. Over the 30-yard line to the 33-yard line is 33. Jackson O'Boyle, one of the up men on the kickoff return. So Lawrence with decent field position. Bulldogs are going to have it 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line after that kickoff by Matt Boston. So Michael Hamlin will be at quarterback. Hamlin will have Preston Roy 43, Colton Carter 32 as his running backs. He comes out in the shotgun. Carter's right beside him. And the turn they give to Carter slips, gets his footing back, though, 40, 45, look out! And he is to midfield, and Colton Carter sprung loose for a big gainer. He's into Cony territory to the 48-yard line of the Rams. Let's see, 15-2, that's 17, AJ, and a first down.
Sure looks healthy to me, doesn't you? Doesn't he to you?
Yep, that strained MCL from game number 1 is fully healed, and it's been fully healed for a while. So 1st and 10, Lawrence after the 17-yard pickup. And Hamlin in the gun. He's got a bodyguard to either side. Inside handoff again to Carter. Bounces outside. B.L. Lippert talked about him going wide and looking to cut back. There was no cutback there, though, because Cony got on that pretty quickly. Cooper Clark in on the tackle, but still a solid game on first down by Carter of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Tonight's game brought to you by Central Maine Community College, more than just a community college. Over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Go to cmcc.edu for more. Your future starts now at Central Maine Community College. 2nd down and 4 at the 42-yard line of Cony. Wide to the right side is Curian. Carter in motion, inside handoff. Roy is hit. Roy is stopped. And a loss on the play back to the 46-yard line. And in there on the stop for the Cony Rams was Tenny Tibbetts, that is. So Tibbetts with a big stick behind the line of scrimmage. And it's a loss of a couple. Actually, give him a loss of 3. So 3rd and 7 for Lawrence operating at the Cony 45-yard line. First possession of the game. We're just a minute and a half in.
These are the down and distance. Cony wants to try and put Lawrence in all night.
Exactly. Wide to the right side, Leighton Bradford. He had a touchdown catch a week ago. Back to throw, rolling right, Hamlin in the flat, flips. It is incomplete, intended for Curian. He was there. The ball thrown too wide, and it'll be 4th down. What will John Hersom do here at the 45-yard line of Cony? Looks like they're going to bring the punt team on, AJ.
Interesting. Such a big first drive. You want to say the game's going to be decided, but for Lawrence, chance, right, to really set the pace because you know Coney's going to try and score some points. Pretty good throw, just a little bit wide, but, you know, the old adage is receivers get hand on the ball. You got to catch it.
All right, Hamlin will get rid of it near the 45. Trying to see the number on that return man, and I can't. That return man standing at the 5. And it's a wobbler, and it's not going to make it that far. That return man, Cooper Clark. And it rolls out of bounds where?
About the 5. I think they actually kept it in bounds.
Did he keep it in bounds? Wow, nice job. So a good pin job there by Michael Hamlin. An excellent punt. And it's going to pin Cony back at their 5-yard line. So the Rams start off in a hole. 1st and 10. From their own 5 for the junior quarterback, Parker Morin. Morin wears number 2 in the shotgun. And Morin will hand it off on first down, up the middle. And only a short gain, the fumble, and it's not a fumble. Picked up by Preston Roy, who's always around the ball. Anderson Noyes on the carry. The ball came out, but he was down on the play. And a gain of 3 or so by Noyes. So it'll be 2nd down and 7, a running clock here, 9.5 to go in the first quarter, no score. Each team now has had a possession. This is Cony on a 2nd down and 7. Wide to the right side is Clark. In the gun is Morin. The handoff is to Noyes again, trying to get around the left corner. He does to a point. He's to the 15-yard line, and it'll set up a very makeable third down.
Yeah, and I think one of the interesting things, obviously, I think where you're at on the field is part of this, but one of the things is right where we cut Coach Lipp off that you talked to him about down the stretch is that Morin hadn't protected the ball very well, and that's how I think Lawrence can battle out against this potent offense. You can force turnovers. You could really turn this one the other way.
All right, 3rd and 1 at the 8. Noyes, the running back in the shotgun. In his belly it goes, breaks a tackle, squirts it up enough, and he's got the first over the 20-yard line. The first and plenty more for Anderson Noyes, the fine sophomore runner who spent some time on the shelf this year with a leg injury. He had a break in his leg. He actually played with it. They noticed on an x-ray when he had been complaining about pain that it was actually in the healing process. That's how far along it was.
Tough kid.
1st and 10 at the 20. Morin, hands on a reverse. Coming around the corner is Ethan Demmons. Demmons, who's been a great player for Cony. On a little razzle-dazzle there, a fake to Noyes, and they go to Ethan Demmons, and Demmons with a big gain up to the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a first down.
And how about that, Mike? Just like you drew it up in your game plan, Cony starts out with 4 straight runs.
Exactly. Demmons, a real weapon, is slot right. Morin hasn't thrown it yet. Noyes to his left. He's going to throw it now. Back to throw, has time, right side, overshoots his man. That's Cooper Clark, who is at the 42 over his head. And Colton Carter there in coverage. It is incomplete, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
That's a layered throw right there because Carter kind of underneath that. So if you don't put it up, Carter not only takes that with his speed, probably goes back to the house.
Good point. Clark will go wide to the right. Demmons, the slot. You got 2 to the left. Morin with Noyes in the backfield. The handoff up the middle. Big hole there to the 40-yard line. And Noyes is a couple of yards shy of a first down. He's up to the 42. And he is about a yard shy, so it'll be 3rd and 1. So a good drive here for Cony that started at their own 5-yard line.
And this is what we saw at the beginning. In their matchup the first time, it kind of surprised us. Cony was able to physically match Lawrence.
3rd down and about a yard for Parker Morin and company. Morin in the belly of Noyes. Noyes the first down, 45 to midfield. Anderson Noyes moves the sticks. That's a gain of 8 and a first down for Cony.
Man, how much do you think they missed him?
He was a big factor in their success. And they really did miss him. He actually got into Lawrence territory to the 49-yard line. So 1st and 10 for this Cony offense at the 49, predominantly running the football here on their first series of the game. Demmons will swap positions there with St. Onge. Now they both will go left side. Morin in the gun, back to throw. Rolls to his left. Looks, a little pop fly right there. Caught by Demmons. And Demmons is out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Just a little pop pass there. Nice little touch by Morin. And he laid it right in there, and Demmons with a catch. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, and I think good, too. Obviously, Cony had the bye, right? So I think nice little simple pass. Bootleg that side. You only have half the reads to make. Nice touch pass. Build some confidence.
Jordan Benedict in. He's wide right. Coming in motion is St. Onge. Morin to Anderson Noyes. Noyes goes wide. Strung out. He stops, tries to reverse. He gets under a Carter tackle, but even though he sideswiped that or sidestepped that, the rest of the gang in white was there to help. And leading the charge there for the Lawrence Bulldogs was a man who was big last week, and that was Jeremy Thompson. He and his running mate, Brady Richards, were both there. And so they limit Anderson Noyes, and it sets up a 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 from the 43. Quick throw, Morin right side, incomplete, intended for Demmons. And it is incomplete. Or actually, was it intended for Benedict? Yeah, it was. It went by Demmons to Benedict. He couldn't catch it either.
He kind of just died. I think he wanted to keep it low to the outside, But as he threw that, it really just quickly made its way down to the turf.
Yeah, kind of a dead fish thrown there. So 4th and 4. Our first big play of the game, 4th and 4 for Cony at the 43-yard line of Lawrence. And B.L. Lippert actually stepped on the field. I thought he was going to call a timeout. He did not. 4th and 4. Back to throw Morin. Being rushed. Lobs it downfield. Has a man. It's overthrown. Intended down there for Cooper Clark at the 5-yard line. Plenty of coverage, though, as Preston Roy was down there for Lawrence along with Leighton Bradford. And Lawrence bends but doesn't break. They give up about 50 yards, but they make the play on 4th down.
And a good step there for Clark, but like you said, just overthrew him. He had good inside position. And not only is that a missed conversion, I think that's a touchdown if you just hit him anywhere in stride.
So Lawrence 1st and 10, their own 42, second possession of the game. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. No score, Class B North semis. Glad you're with us tonight here on this Friday night on The Score as we are live at Fuller Field. Hamlin under center. Hands it off to Coop. Nope, he hands it off to Colton Carter, and Carter stuffed. He had nowhere to go. A wave of red, and leading the charge out there for the Cony Rams, Steve Witham. And a loss of a yard. Witham comes up and makes the play from his DT position. And so Lawrence has a 2nd and 11. Ball back at the 41-yard line. We've got a running clock, 5:45 to go in the first, no score. Hamlin under center, tight formation. Roy and Carter in the backfield. Play action fake. Nope, we've got a dead ball foul, which usually is on the offense.
Yep, false start. That line judge came in and gave you the barrel roll with the arms.
All right, so Lawrence with a false start. And this will back him up to the 36, where it'll be 2nd and about 16. 2nd and 16. Let's see what Kenny Lindloff, the offensive coordinator for Lawrence, comes up with. Bradford is wide to the right side, split backfield. Michael Hamlin, quick hitter, up the gut. Big hole, and rambling close to a first down is Jackson O'Boyle. O'Boyle, who doesn't get many carries, but when he does, like right there, he takes advantage. That's nearly a first down. It is a first down for Jackson O'Boyle.
Nice job, kind of a little misdirection with Carter going the other way. Nice job just fooling the Cony defense.
Sure did. O'Boyle busts it for 16. And a first. Here comes Lawrence. 1st and 10 at the 48. Back in Cony territory. Bradford wide left. Handoff Carter. Carter sweeps right. Surges ahead. Squares those shoulders. And down the sidelines he goes. And Carter's got another Lawrence first down. And Carter, who had 368 a few weeks ago, is off to a good start here tonight. A first down run. And he is down to the 34-yard line.
And
that's a 14-yard pickup.
Yeah, he's cooking.
32 carries for 368 and 4 scores against Hamden Academy a few weeks ago. 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's the give. It is to Preston Roy. Roy angles to the left. 15, 10, cuts to the 5, and Roy is in. Touchdown, Lawrence. Preston Roy angled to the left. Had to slow down and throw a stutter step in at the 5, but he got in for the touchdown.
That's that speed. You all of a sudden start honing in on Carter, honing in. O'Boyle gets that big one. They go back to Carter, and then boom, Roy for 34.
Caps off a 58-yard drive. Trevor Pellerin for the conversion. What a weapon he's been in his development as a place kicker. High snap, they get it down, and Pellerin drills it right through. Lawrence draws first blood in the Class B North semifinals. 4:36 to go in the first. The score, Lawrence 7, Cony nothing. This is high school playoff football on The Score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there. when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our score crew, which consists of Mrs. Ashley Knight and Logan Cameron here tonight. We are back live at Fuller Field in Augusta. Trevor Pellerin ready to kick it off. 7-0. Here's the kick. Pellerin drives it deep. It's Demons at the 15, to the 20, to the right 25, 30. Good coverage there by Lawrence, and that is the end of that as he is stuffed Jackson O'Boyle on the stop there at the 30-yard line. So Cony will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30, down 7-0.
Yeah, Story, I think of that first drive. Mike Noyes, obviously very good. 6 carries for 31 yards. Parker Morin, 1 for 4, though.
They ran the ball well, didn't throw the ball well, which is not the way it usually goes.
Right.
All right, second possession of the game for Cony, 1st and 10 from the 30, 4:29 to go in the first, 7-0 in favor of Lawrence. Morin in the gun, Noyes in the backfield. Back to throw, Parker Morin, the junior looks, now scrambles. Rolls to his left, looks, he's being chased by Brady Richards, and he's going to settle for getting out of bounds. Because when you have Brady Richards in pursuit, you'd better get over there fast.
And I think that's a heads-up play, right? Again, one of the things I think that has been part of the reason Cony struggled in the middle of the season is turnovers, and that may not seem like much 4-yard gain, but it's a big deal not to force that pass.
So a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Wide to the right side is Cooper Clark. Actually, 3 to the right. The slot man is Demons. Anderson St. Onge, that is inside. And they throw it out to him, and he is nailed. Absolutely crushed out there by Dawson Moore, who read that perfectly.
And then Demons missed that block. And again, good to fight through it as Moore did and just absolutely plant St. Onge.
So a loss of 3 on the play, and they are back to 3rd and 9 from the 34. We're under 4 to go in the first. 7-0 Lawrence. Morin in the gun. 2 and 2. Noyes the running back. Morin back to throw. Has plenty of time. Loading it up downfield. Demons is there. Makes the catch, and down he goes at the 5. A beautifully thrown ball by Parker Morin, and a touchdown-saving tackle by Leighton Bradford as Demons breaks free.
They officially put him down at the 10. So give him, was that 59 yards?
A 59-yard pass play for Morin to Demons. And lickety-split, Cony knocking on the door. It is 1st and 10 just outside the 10. They can get a first down without a touchdown. Empty backfield. They fake the jet sweep up the middle. Morin spins inside, spins again as they fake the jet sweep inside to Anderson Noyes, and Morin able to turn it into about a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 6, just outside the 6. Once again, to reiterate, they can get a first down without scoring. So a big 59-yard chunk. All right, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Noyes to the right of Parker Morin. 2nd down and 6, just outside the 6-yard line. Inside handoff, Noyes. Oh, all kinds of room, touchdown. And just like that, Cony gets it right back as they go 70 yards for a touchdown. Noyes, a 6-yard run.
That was easy. There was nobody there.
That was a big, giant ice cream cone. 9:16, and Matt Boston will try to tie it up, so it doesn't take Cony long to get the TD right back. Morin will hold. They're going to go for 2. It's a fake. Into the left corner of the end zone. It's tipped away by Lawrence. Cony may be getting a little bit greedy there. First quarter, chasing 2-point conversions, and it fails. 2:44 left in the first quarter. The score is Lawrence 7 and Cony 6. This is high school playoff football on the Score.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
So, we may have some points scored tonight. 7-6, Lawrence over Cony. With 2:44 to go in the first. Matt Boston ready to kick it off. He didn't have a chance to kick the extra point because Cony tried a fake. It was unsuccessful, so Boston will kick off. And back deep to return is Cole Kirian. Here's the kick. Good kick to the 6. Kirian to the 10. 15 to the 20. Cuts back inside 25. Hit, and down he goes there. Good tackle to slow him up.
How about that?
And make the play on special teams. That was Austin Bucknam.
How about that? Thus far, Mike, no squibs.
None. I love it. I absolutely love it. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line for Lawrence.
I'm with you. Going back to that 2-point conversion as Lawrence huddles up, I'm with you because the other thing about chasing at points, obviously you don't get it, but why not save that for maybe you need that later.
Exactly. Now you're going to be chasing all night.
Yep.
Here's Michael Hamlin, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line under center. Hamlin turns, hands off to Carter. Carter bashes to the 30, and he's over the 30 to the 31-yard line. So give Carter 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6. 2:25 to go in the first. 7-6 Lawrence.
Man, he just, even though we saw Carter last week, he just looks even faster this week. Like he is just hitting the hole hard.
I think he's just gotten healthier every week. And I asked John Hersom this morning, other than DHB, everybody is 100% or as close to as you can be at this late stage of the year. No injuries to report. All right, Hamlin, quick hitter, and Carter stopped there, now in trouble. Now reverses. This is where he's trouble. Now he stops. Cony actually pursued it really well, but Carter still gets to the 37-yard line and probably has a first down. But that cutback ability that Carter has, B.L. Lippert talked about it in our pregame interview, and he is close to the first. They're eyeing it there. And now Dick LaCase, the referee, is going to take a look, and we get an official's timeout with 1:34 to go in the quarter.
And that is a heck of a cutback. To your point, though, Mike, good recovery by the defense because it's that was literally the difference between 6, potentially 7, and a first down and a touchdown.
Yep, because those are the kind of plays that Carter breaks.
Yes.
All right, chain gang out.
A pretty good shot here as those watching our stream by Logan Cameron, our camera guy.
The stretch.
Of course, the coach steps in the way, just short.
It's about 6-8 inches or so, I'd guess. And so it will be 3rd down and about half a foot for a Lawrence first down. The Bulldogs lead 7-6. 3rd and short. Let's see what Ken Lindloff.
I mean, this is a spot, I think, Hamlin, right? I mean, he's a big kid.
That'd be my option.
Philly special Lawrence style.
6'2", 200 pounds. I'm gonna let number 7 keep it. All right, Hamlin will be under center. Very tight formation. And he's going to try to go to the right, and he does get it, and a lot more. Hamlin stepped back, saw an opening over right tackle, and took it. And he gets it to the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 11.
That was a heck of just good awareness by Hamlin. To your point, Cony tried to just really pound those A-gaps, and he didn't even hesitate. Immediately went right there between the guard and tackle, and nobody was there.
Yep, he surveyed the scene and saw, as A.J. said, they all went A-gap, and the outside was open, or more outside. So 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Lawrence up 7-6. Hamlin in the gun now. Low snap. Gives it to Carter. Carter over midfield into Cony territory to the 47-yard line. That is a gain of about 6. And on the bottom of the pile there for the Cony Rams, 62, Steve Witham again. So it'll be 2nd and 4. 40 seconds to go in a spirited first quarter.
And the way that Carter's running, not quite yet. I think you pick up maybe about 5-10 more yards, but that trap to Roy's coming here sometime soon to get you looking at Carter and Roy going the other way.
Hamlin under center, 2nd down and 4 from the Cony 47. The turn, the give. This is Jackson O'Boyle. O'Boyle spun ahead, and I think he got spun right into a first down. On the tackle, Zach Waddell, or Waddell, excuse me, is the pronunciation of that. So they'll move the sticks and start the clock now. 16 seconds to go. Waddell with a tackle, and that will probably be, and in fact will be, the final play of the first quarter. So as I mentioned, a spirited first 12 minutes. Score at the end of 1 in the Class B North semifinals. Lawrence Bulldogs 7, Cony Rams 6. You're watching and listening to playoff football on the place for local sports, The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity, where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
All right, second quarter ready to go. Lawrence, 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line of Cony with a 7-6 lead. Preston Roy goes in motion. Inside handoff, Carter. Carter following his blocks, but somebody's got him by the shoelaces and won't let go. And Carter's still able to drag said tackler to the 33-yard line, so he got 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Also, we will get to our quarter breakdown here when we have a second.
We will. We'll do it after this play, as a matter of fact. So let's let one more play go. We'll get to our first quarter breakdown. It is 2nd down and 5. Curian comes back in motion to the right. Hamlin under center. The turn, the give to Carter, follows his blocks, bounces outside, gets a first down, gets a lot more. Still struggling, and down he goes finally. At about the 22-yard line, that'll be a first down. Our first quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. Each team with a touchdown in the first quarter. Lawrence scored first, 34-yard touchdown run by Preston Roy. The touchdown scored by the Cony Rams. Anderson Noyes, a 6-yarder, set up on a 59-yard pass play from Morin to Demmons. Our first quarter breakdown presented by 201 Service in Skowhegan. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Hamlin to Roy, has to avoid a tackle, cuts inside. Roy's got that great speed. He goes to the outside again, and Preston Roy's got the first down and a whole bunch more, but there's a flag down in the backfield, and it's going to go against Lawrence. It'll be holding. It's called back. So a break there for Cony. So a 10-yard penalty for a hold.
As you said, break too, because that was almost a touchdown there by Roy, and it was still a really big gain.
That'll bring the ball back to the 32. So the penalty happened right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 1st and 20. Lawrence 1st and 20, leading 7-6 with 10:41 to go in the first half. Wide to the right side, Leighton Bradford. Single setback goes O'Boyle. Now Roy in motion. The give to O'Boyle. O'Boyle hit and stood right up and stopped. Caden Veyu with a big old handful there of Jackson O'Boyle. Nowhere to go.
He got to line of scrimmage and nowhere else.
So 2nd and 20, no gain after the Vayu stick on a Boyle. As we hit 10 minutes to go in the first half. 7-6 Lawrence. Hamlin back from the sidelines with a play here. 2nd and 20 from the 32. They need the 12 for the first. We're already at 10 seconds, so Lawrence is going to have to hustle. In motion, Carter. Back to throw, Hamlin. Downfield. Open down there. Bradford with the catch. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Lawrence! Leighton Bradford has developed into a weapon, and he catches that is a 32-yard throw from Michael Hamlin, and Lawrence's lead is 13-6, pending the conversion.
He was wide open.
I mean, wide
open.
So Bradford's second straight week with a touchdown catch. And here is Pellerin for the conversion out of the Hamlin hold. Looking to attack the 14th point on the board. Snap good. Ball is down. Kick is up. It is good. 9:36 to go in the first half. Lawrence has scored again. The score, Lawrence 14 and Cony 6. This is live coverage of the Class B North semifinals on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW. The Score.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835. 465-4835. Or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
Ethan Demmons, Cooper Clark back to return Pellerin's kick. It's high, it's short, it's Demmons at the 15 to the 20, to the middle to the 25, and hit and down he goes there at the 26, maybe the 27. Good coverage downfield by Lawrence. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Parker, Morin and company. They'll spot it at the 27. Lawrence's drive, 73 yards. 32-yard touchdown pass to Leighton Bradford by Michael Hamlin.
As I said, they'll throw it just enough, and right there, Bradford wide open, and Hamlin just dropped it in the bucket.
All right, Morin in the gun. Noyes is his running back. He flips it right side. It is caught out there, cutting inside Demmons. We're going to get a face mask, I believe that's what that flag is there, as Demmons curled inside after the catch to the 34, but I think they're going to tack more on. Nope. It's an illegal man downfield.
Took a look at the replay, saw the reaction, but I think Carter was the one there that had the handout. Actually just got shoulder pad. But I based on the reaction live time, it looked like it. But no, yeah, that's going to go against Cony.
Ineligible man downfield. And so that will be a 10-yard penalty. And
no, it's 5.
It's 5, excuse me. So it's a 5-yard penalty. Make that correction on my score sheet here. So it's 1st and 15. 2 and 2 for Parker Morin. The running back is Anderson Noyes. Morin back to throw, has time, slings it right side, caught out there, took a while to get there. Cooper Clark makes the catch in the flat at the 32-yard line. That is a 6-yard pickup. Cole Curian out there on coverage. Actually, no, it's a 10-yard pickup. My bad. Math, not something we do well here on the score.
Who can blame you? There was that. They backed up 5.
Yeah, it's all that moving. 2nd down and 6. Morin inside handoff to Noyes. Noyes zigzags through, 1st down, 40. Noyes, a powerful runner for the sophomore. And Anderson Noyes to the 43. Move the sticks It's a first down for Cony.
Man, he is just running so well. When Cony was cooking early, it was because Noyes was their running back. Which is, again, not St. Ange as their backup is a pretty physical runner himself. Noyes just adds, I think, just a little bit more explosiveness.
Yeah, he's just a better back. I mean, we love Anderson, St. Ange, but Noyes is a really, really good, powerful, fast runner. Rolling left, Morin sets up, slings it downfield. There's nobody there, and it is incomplete. He just threw that up for grabs. In the area was Ethan Demmons, but not really in the area.
Now, he was bracketed. Roy was trailing behind that. Not much hope for that one. And maybe that's why it was delivered where it was, but, yeah, there was nothing doing there.
So, long incompletion, 2nd and 10 for Cony from their own 43. 8 minutes to go in the first half. It's 14-6. Lawrence in the lead. Morin all by himself. Actually, no, he's not even the quarterback here. They hand it to Morin. No, they don't hand it to Morin. It is Henderson Noyes in the Wildcat. They did this last week against Gardner. It fooled everybody, including yours truly. And keeping it there was Noyes and getting to the 45-yard line of the Lawrence Bulldogs. They did this a couple of weeks ago against Gardner when Morin threw 3 picks. They moved him out to a wide receiver spot and put Noyes in at quarterback. Now Morin is back at quarterback. The handoff on the jet sweep to Demmons. Demmons hit and stood up, really blowing that play up there for the Lawrence Bulldogs was 60, Davin Baldick.
And worth noting, too, if you followed our coverage all season long, one of the things that was, I thought, really interesting talking about Noyes is he was the QB for the JV team last year.
Yes.
And Coach Lippert, I can't remember specifically who, but Coach Lippert gave credit, and assistant coach said, well, what if we move him to running back? And obviously you've seen the results, but he's been comfortable handling snaps because of that.
Back to throw Morin. Morin throws it down left side, and there is nobody there, I guess. The intended receiver was Ben Hankey. So it'll be 3rd and 8. He was in the area, so 3rd and 8 from the 44. Certainly I would think this is 2-down territory for Cony.
It was weird that he threw that because he had that receiver open on the – Hankey was open on the sideline, and he still pushed up the sideline about 4 more yards than where Hankey was standing.
All right, Clark and Demmons, twins to the right. You got twins to the left. Back to throw Morin on 3rd and 8. Looking, now scrambling, now looking again, backing up, throws, and it's almost picked off. He is some kind of lucky. Trying to dance on the sidelines there for Lawrence was Dawson Moore, who had that ball in his hands. If you're going to throw it away, Mr. Man, throw it away.
Yeah, that was, making an attempt there to keep the toes in bounds. That was that close.
So 4th and 8. Lawrence has already stopped Cony on 1 4th down. Trying to do it again. Clark wide to the right side. Hankey wide to the left. Demmons is slot left. And we've got a whistle. We've got a timeout called.
Yep, Lawrence.
Lawrence takes a timeout. We'll take a quickie as well. 6:50 to go in the 3rd. Big 4th down play when we come back. It's Lawrence 14, Cony 6. This is Playoff Football on The Score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. Because every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Tonight's game on The Score brought to you by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less. You can find them online. cmautogroup.com. That's cmautogroup.com. 4th and 8. Cony's 2nd attempt to convert a 4th down play tonight. First one unsuccessful. Let's see what B.L. Lippert comes up with here on 4th and 8 from the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs, trailing 14-6. Hankey's going to go wide to the left. Clark is wide to the right. Demmons, ever dangerous. He's the slot. Anderson Noyes right to the left of Morin in the shotgun. On 4th and 8, Morin back to throw. Loading it up left side. Hankey's there. It's underthrown. Little bit of jostling there between Hankey and Cole Curian, but I think a good no call, and Lawrence will take over on downs, a ball underthrown.
Yeah, I think that's a good no call, as we showed you on the mid-state machine. It's a replay because Hankey didn't do what receiver's supposed to do in that position. I think if he tries to fight back through the contact,
exactly,
you got a better case, but he lost his footing, and I think it makes it – I don't think there was a ton of jostling there, but it made it an easy no call on the right call.
Some hand checking, that's about it, really.
Yeah, I'm with 100%.
1st and 10 from the 44, so Lawrence, second, 4th down stand of the night. Michael Hamlin brings him out, Preston Roy in motion. The turn, the handoff to O'Boyle, breaks through the first wave and gets to midfield. Boy, somebody had a hand on him behind the line of scrimmage, and once he got through that, he gets to the 50, a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
And how about this? DHB's been out for a stretch here for Lawrence, obviously done for the season, as you said, in the first quarter. And in the not most Lawrence thing ever, all of a sudden you lose one of your big running back pieces and say, hey, no problem, we'll bring in O'Boyle. And right now he's got 4 carries for 33 yards, so he's averaging 8 yards a carry.
Yeah, just a sophomore. Jackson O'Boyle has put himself in the rotation. Wide to the right side, Bradford. He's got a touchdown catch tonight. Hamlin turns. Here's Roy. Roy squares the shoulders, and that's it. He did squirt ahead, got close to the stick. You got more than we got a very late flag. Thrown not by the referee, but by one of the officials. And somebody said a naughty word.
I think that's 100% what happened.
Dick LeCase and somebody saying the naughty word was somebody on Cony. So unsportsmanlike conduct is called on the Rams. Yeah, that's the kind of lack of discipline that can lose you a playoff game.
Yeah, big time, especially because, again, it would have been 3rd and short, 3rd and I think a long 2, and now Lawrence doesn't even have to go for it.
So an automatic first down. They haven't marked the yardage off yet.
I think they're writing down who it was on.
Dick LeCase got a pencil and a piece of paper out and wrote down the name and number. And now they will spot the yardage off. And that is a 15-yarder.
And for even more to the point, Mike, you're making about losing a playoff game, crucial as well, because all of a sudden now, look, Lawrence sitting at the 30 on the Cony 33, chance to go up 2 scores.
1st and 10 at the 32, a running clock, 5:45 to go in the first half. Bulldogs up 14-6, trying to make it more. Bradford's wide to the right. Hamlin hands it off to Roy, has a blocker in front, squares up 25, breaks free down the sideline. Preston Roy still going. And finally down he goes. They say he's out of bounds back up field. They'll spot him out at about the 13.
Give him 20 yards on that one.
So a 20-yard burst by Preston Roy, and they spot him out officially at the 14.
Okay, 19.
So it's a 19-yard pickup and a 1st and 10 for Lawrence from the 14. Hamlin under center. In motion is Carter. Give, though, to O'Boyle. O'Boyle, no. A surge by the middle of that Cony line. And O'Boyle lucky to get a yard. Josh LaJoy on the stop. No gain, 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10. Winslow and John Bapps tomorrow. Class D North semis from Winslow. Game time 1 o'clock. Our pregame at 12:45 tomorrow. CentralMainSports.com, 1160thescore.com, our YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Go there, subscribe. 2nd and 10. Tight formation. Pitch to Carter. Carter belted! Carter absolutely belted, and he somersaults over. And the big surge there, big 75 for the Cony Rams. Josh LaJoy again. And
Nice
Carter
job.
lost 2.
Yeah, nice job holding that edge.
So 3rd and 12 at the 16-yard line. 3rd down and 12. Clock running, 4:10 to go in the first half. 14-6. Lawrence Hamlin under center. Hamlin, double handoff to Roy. Roy gets around the corner. Flag down. This will come back. We're going to have a penalty here. I believe a holding call, and I think it's going to go on J.D. Higgins.
Yeah, on the Mid-State Machine instant replay just showed you, if not a holding, it's a block in the back, but it's against 77 on Lawrence.
Okay, so it's Richards. So Richards looks like the guilty party. And Lawrence having problems once they got to the 14-yard line. They've done nothing but make mistakes. They got the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. And now they have been going in the wrong direction. They're backed up now at the 26.
And what is this, third and a mile? Third and 22? Yeah, because the 14 was the original line of scrimmage.
You are correct, sir. Third down and 22. Michael Hamlin out under center. Offset I formation. Wide to the right side, Bradford. They're going to keep it on the ground to Carter. Carter has a big hole. Carter 10. Carter 5. Carter touchdown. It didn't matter. Carter still went 26 for a score. And Lawrence has increased their lead to 20-6.
Wow, he just hit that hole and whoo, gone.
He is a home run threat every time he touches the ball. And now Trevor Pellerin, Jason Pellerin's son, will attempt the conversion. Hamlin to hold it. Snap good. Ball down. Pellerin drives it up. It is good. 3:30 to go. In the first half, it's a two-score game. Lawrence 20 and Cony 6. More playoff football after this on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, A.J. Knight in our Score crew, and I just get an assist from the fans here, picking up my player boards, which I fumbled. A fumble on me. Thank you very much to the lady to my left for picking that player board up for me. 3:30 to go in the first half. Lawrence up 2 scores. Trevor Pellerin to kick it off. Clark and Demmons back to return, and the squib kick is back.
Why?
They are after me. And see what happens here? Cony. Oh, the ball's out. Let's see who's got it. It's on the ground, and it goes to Cony. Now, why, football gods, I ask you, after you go up 2 scores, do you squib the kick and give them great field position at the 42-yard line? I will never, ever understand it. Nobody can give me a compelling reason why that should be done there.
I'm with you. Especially, again, it's not working against the clock with 3:20 to go, but still.
It's just insanity. And certainly Pellerin didn't do it on his own. He's not going to do that. Kid wants to kick the ball as far as he can, and here breaking it is Anderson Noyes. And Noyes to the 49-yard line. He gets actually to the 50-yard line. Give him 8. So you give Cony a short field. All of a sudden, they're at the 50.
I don't get it. Even with the fumble, obviously 3 Cony players dived on it, so it's not like Lawrence had a chance to grab it.
All right, Clark wide to the right side for Parker Morin. 2nd down and 2 from midfield. The turn, the give to Noyes, 1st down, and he is spun ahead to the 45 on the tackle, Jeremy Thompson. 78 for Lawrence. Those of you watching on the stream saw Thompson grab a hold of Noyes and spin him to the ground, but a 1st down to the 45 of Lawrence.
And this is a big drive for Cony, Mike,
Yes.
because Cony, they cut it to 1 possession. They get the ball to start the second half.
Could be one of those 2-score thingies. Morin hands to Noyes. Noyes splurges ahead to the 41-yard line. Brady Richards on the tackle. 2nd down and 6. Clock really no factor here. 2:10 to go. Cony's got all their timeouts. 2 to the right, 1 to the left for Parker Morin. Noyes the running back. The pitch out to Noyes. Noyes hit by Richards and really can't break away from it. He gets a couple of yards, but that's play developed very slowly.
Yeah, I'm curious, as you see in the Mid-State Machine replay, if it was supposed to be a fake and Dimmons and Noyes' timing was off, if that was supposed to be a reverse or just the fake. It was just weird timing.
3rd down and 6 from the 40. 3rd and 6. Cony wants no part of a 4th down. They're 0 for 2 tonight. Morin in the gun. Going to throw it. Hasn't had great success tonight. Throws it right side in traffic. It's caught there and a first down catch by Clark. A lot of traffic over there. But a completed pass. And a gain of 10. It is 1st and 10 from the 30.
A nice easy pass, out-breaking route. Little behind Clark, like he said. It's a little dangerous. Not exactly where you need it, but Clark makes a nice catch.
Clock stops. He went out of bounds. 1:25 to go in the half. 1st and 10 from the 30. Trips left. 1 right for Parker Morin. Morin to throw it. Looking left all the way. Loading it up downfield. Demmons is down there, and it is incomplete. It was underthrown. And again, AJ, you made the point earlier, receiver not being competitive there. Go back and try to get that ball and draw the pass interference.
Yeah, Dimmons tried a little bit more than Hankey. Problem is he also lost his footing. So, again, it just looks like he kind of slides down against the body of the defender there, and the body has a right to a position as well. So Cony receivers not helping more in there, potentially draw some flags.
Stops the clock, $1:17, 2nd and 10 from the Lawrence 30 for Morin. Has 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Morin rolling left, looking, throws on the run, floats it down, caught by Demmons. No, he dropped it. He was looking to turn it upfield before he had the ball in. And it is incomplete.
Right in the hands. A really well-thrown ball. And Coach Lipp talked about that in the pregame interview you had with him. Said that thought he took some of the blame for some of the interception. His play calling, but he said receivers have dropped balls on us, and right there, prime example.
Got to make that catch, and Ethan Demmons, of course, had a 59-yard catch earlier, makes catches like that in his sleep. 3rd and 10 from the 30. Twins left, Twins right. Morin to throw. Rushed, fires right side, caught by Clark over there on the sidelines. Not much of a gain.
That Clark went and ran like a little 5-yard button hook, and he was open right away. And Morin looked at him and looked off, and then came back to him. But then Clark had to run up, I think, to do Morin a favor because Carter was standing right there with him.
And he basically got nothing.
Yeah.
And we've got a whistle. We got a timeout. Bia Lippert wants to talk it over. We'll hang right here with you. 1:05 to go here in the first half. Tonight's game is brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family who cares. By Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, wood stoves, and hardscape products. And by 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta Vassalboro line. Coming up at halftime, the Hammond Lumber halftime report. We will have all of the first half stats, highlights from the first half, and whatever scores we can grab from playoff football around the state. That's coming up in the Hammond Lumber Company halftime here in just 1 minute and 5 seconds.
You mentioned it on that 3rd down where he made the 10-yard completion to Clark. Didn't want to face 4th down because they're 0 for 2. Well, they're about to face 4th down, and they're 0 for 2 in the first half.
4th and 10. This is not a gimme either.
And again, such a big spot for Lawrence because Cony gets the ball to open the second half, obviously barring some kind of shenanigans with the kickoff. So big chance to stop because Cony potentially could tie the game up if they're able to take care of business on this drive.
All right, B.L. Lippert took a timeout. Let's see what he comes up with here on 4th and 10 from the Lawrence 30, down 14-6 with 1:05 to go in the first half. Morin calls for the ball. Back to throw. Has time. Sets up. Now he's hit. The ball's out. And it's still out. It doesn't matter. Lawrence is going to get it anyway. The Bulldogs will get it either way, and they take over. And Cony now 0 for 3 on 4th down tonight. And it's a Bulldog ball with 58 seconds to go. And, AJ, all I can do is flash back to week 2 in the final minutes of the first half when Lawrence got careless with the ball and fumbled, and Cony turned it into a touchdown. If they have any plans on doing anything here, fine. But if they don't, what do we want them to do?
Take the knee.
Take a knee. Hamlin hands it off up the middle, and nothing there. I think that was Preston Roy. No, it was Jackson O'Boyle, and he did not fumble. So that's a positive. He got 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. So O'Boyle gets 2. Clock at 39. Hamlin over to the sidelines.
I'd imagine maybe one more run out of Lawrence, but I think given the history lesson like you just gave us, probably about it.
Looks like a pretty tight victory type take-a-knee formation, doesn't it?
I'm with you. Yeah, he gets safety back.
Yep, Roy is back 10 yards behind the line, and they take no chances this time around, and they will take that 2-score lead into the locker room at halftime. Our score at the half in this Class B, that is North semifinal matchup, the Lawrence Bulldogs 21 and the Cony Rams 6. Our Hammond Lumber Company halftime is on the way after this on The Score.
At Hite Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Hite Chevy. Hite Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Hite family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer? Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Our second quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. And the second quarter breakdown involves a lot of fun for the Lawrence Bulldogs. They scored twice in the second quarter, a 32-yard strike from Michael Hamlin to Leighton Bradford. Pellerin with a conversion. Lawrence up 14-6. That came at the 2:24 mark of the second quarter. Then Colton Carter, a 26-yard run for the Bulldogs, capping off a 56-yard drive. Pellerin again with the extra point. 20-6, our second quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. Our Hammond Lumber Company halftime coming up. After this, it's 21-6 Lawrence. That's next on The Score.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our score crew, which includes Ashley Knight doing our computer graphics here tonight. Logan Cameron is on our camera, back here live at Fuller Field in Augusta. Halftime brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. It's a 2-score game, a 2-score lead for the Lawrence Bulldogs. They lead at 21-6. And if John Hersom could have written a script here about the first half, I think we have seen it played out right before our very eyes, AJ.
Yeah, I mean, Carter's run well. Lawrence, before we get into all the stats, how about Lawrence only having to go 1 for 3 on third down, facing 3, the big number there for me. 1 completion for Hamlin, but it goes 32 yards on a score after they back up a ton on penalties and lost yardage. And defensively, they've kept Morin in check, and Noyes has really been the only one that stood out.
Morin has had a very pedestrian night, has not thrown the ball well. Noyes, to me, if I'm game planning for Cony, I know this isn't their MO, I'm going more Noyes in the second half. I'm running the ball more and seeing how if I can ride that pony.
Yeah, I mean, he looks really refreshed. Obviously, Cony coming off the bye. He's got 78 yards on 13 carries, which some quick math is, I think, exactly 6 yards a carry. That'll work. 2 of those is a first down.
You have got football all figured out.
But, I mean, the challenge is I don't think Morin has necessarily put the ball in harm's way. He's about 1 throw, obviously, that was close. It was a toe tap away from potentially being an interception. Just hasn't looked connected. And then, I mean, 0 for 3 on fourth down, I think, tells the story as well for Cony as well, that they've been in the position where they felt like they've had to go for it.
He's had better nights. I don't think he's thrown the ball well at all here tonight. The lack of being able to convert on fourth down. And you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself trying to, convert on fourth down. And the final fourth down conversion attempt was a 4th and 10. So, I mean, that's the degree of difficulty there is pretty high. Cony just looks out of sorts. I don't know if the bye week had anything to do with it, but they're struggling, I think, at the very least, and trying to find their footing. The opportunity is theirs to start things in the second half, though, because they're going to get the ball first, and they have a chance to kind of reset things here and recalibrate.
Yeah, and I think they need to, because I think with these two teams in this particular matchup, Cony versus Lawrence, being able to execute your game plan is such a big deal because it takes the team out of their game plan. Like Lawrence being able to do this allows them to choke down the possessions Cony gets, which puts more pressure on Morin, who this season has really struggled in stretches to protect the ball. So if he starts getting risky, if you're Lawrence, you feel like there's a chance to get turnovers and, again, continue to chew clock away. On the other side, if you're Cony, you would like to obviously score points with your prolific offense, especially with Noyes running so well, so you feel like you can be balanced, so you can take Lawrence out of being able to run the ball and put them in a position to pass. So thus far, obviously, Lawrence comes out of the first half executing the way they want it to be.
If you've got some more stats to add up, I've got some scores here from the first half, starting off in the other Class B North semifinal game. So far, it's no contest down in Falmouth. It's Falmouth 22, Messalonski 7. Oof. They are early in the third quarter. In no particular order, it is Winthrop over Dirigo 16-6. Carter Rivers just scored on a 34-yard touchdown run. in 8-man football. No, that's not 8. No, that's not 8-man. They're playing championships this weekend. So it's Mount Ararat over Camden Hills, 48-12. That's the score there. Greeley over Lake Region, 26-6. Wells all over Oak Hill, 41-0. In Class A, it's Portland over Wyndham, 35-7. Thornton Academy over South Portland, 22-0. Deering playing well. Brendan Scully, the Messalonsky graduate, coaching at Deering. They're leading Massabesic 21-0, that is, with about 8 minutes to go in the game in Freiburg over York at the end of 3, 48-0. So that's a look at the scores that we have from around the state in playoff football here tonight.
Yeah, a couple stats. I'm going to see if I can get your score for Foxcroft Academy and I believe Old Town. But a couple stats for you, Mike. Colton Carter leads the way for Lawrence, 94 rushes on 11 carries and a touchdown. Obviously, well off the pace of 12 for 197 and 3 that he had last week, but still pretty good, almost 9 yards a carry. As a team, a little rough math, so it might be off, but I think I'm pretty close. As a team, Lawrence has 23 carries for 191 yards. So that's good for, about getting close to 8-9 yards a pop. And then on the other side, Noyes has played well thus far for Cony. He's got 78 yards on 13 carries. He's got the touchdown. Parker Morin, 7 for 16 for 89 yards. Demmons has 3 of those catches, those totaling 69 yards for his 3 snags.
So the Cony Rams with work to do here in the second half, and certainly they have 24 minutes to do it in, and they're going to get ample opportunity, including getting the ball here to start things off in the third quarter. But we've seen a team that looks out of sorts, I think, here in the first half. I'm not sure how much of an impact the bye has had on that. Are they stale from being off a week of not playing, or is it just a matter of Lawrence has taken out of their game? Is it a little bit taken them out of their game? Is it a little bit of both? I just think Lawrence played really, really, really well here in the first half, and their game plan, it's been executed perfectly. The one mistake they made was the 59-yard pass play to Emmons.
Yeah, and I think as you go down age group from obviously pros, college to high school, I think the bye becomes much more of a double-edged sword. I think high school with kids, I think it's more important to kind of stay in your rhythm. I think it's easy to get off base. And the other thing, too, to your point about Lawrence playing well, Lawrence has played well the last 2 weeks. They didn't have the bye last week. They played really well against Skowhegan, I thought, offensively. Defensively, I didn't tell you this, Mike, but some of the highlights I went through for your Coach Lippert interview, because you guys talked about the Lawrence defense specifically, the one thing that's really bugged Lawrence this year with Bangor, we just saw it last week with Skowhegan, QB runs is something they've really struggled to stop, and obviously that's just not part of Cony's game plan.
No, and Morin can run the ball, but again, we talked about the running ability of Anderson Noyes, who's got, 13 carries, 78 yards, I think, if I do it from memory here. I'm going to ride that pony even more in the second half. And again, to reiterate, Cony's going to get the ball here to start the second half. So the Rams have an opportunity to establish themselves and continue to work on that running game and maybe make Parker Morin throwing the ball kind of a secondary thing, at least for a while anyway. I mean, we know that's their bread and butter. That's what they like to do. But Anderson Noyes is as good a back as there is. He's as good as Colton Carter is.
And they both look really explosive. Obviously, Carter dealt with an injury. He didn't miss time, really, but they definitely, I think, kind of rotated him or moved him back in the rotation.
Right.
He looks strong. Noyes did miss time, and he looks fresh coming back. And I think, to your point, trying to make it a little bit easier on Parker Morin is if you can establish Noyes, you'd like to think you could get to some of that play action, see if you could get Demmons down the field. Cooper Clark has been solid down the stretch. He's got 3 catches himself here in this first half. But I'm with you. I think, especially in this first drive of the second half, is going to be so crucial for the Rams, because if you get no points and give Lawrence the ball back after your drive down 21-6, you're potentially looking at, I think, a good chunk of the third quarter being erased and then being down 3 scores and now having only a quarter to do it when Lawrence isn't in a position to feel like they have to play hurry up. And at that point, it almost feels like it'd be game over.
Yeah, this first possession of the third quarter by the Cony Rams is vitally important. And in fact, I think, depending on how it goes, could dictate how this game goes. If Cony is able to come out and score and get their offense reestablished. Obviously, it goes to being a one-score game, and they're right back in it. If Lawrence is able to come out and continue to get stops defensively and get the ball back and then pound that running game and drive the ball down the field, we see this score open up even more. I know Cony's explosive, but I'm not sure that they are that explosive. The Rams out of the locker room, back on the field to warm up here in the second half. The Lawrence Bulldogs will follow suit, and we are just about set for the second half. Halftimes have been brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. The score as we go to the third, the Lawrence Bulldogs 21, the Cony Rams 6. Second half action is next on the score.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com, where printing's personal, not puzzling.
Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Score update from Chestnut Hill, Maine and Boston College, 0-0 in men's college hockey at the end of one. Maine hockey and BC playing again Sunday afternoon. We've got the game audio only on the score, radio audio only. Pregame at 12:30, face-off at 1. Sunday afternoon, Maine and Boston College, the 2-5 matchup there. Tomorrow, Winslow and John Bapst in the Class D North football semifinals, 1 o'clock, pregame show 12:45. So a busy weekend of play-by-play this weekend here on the score.
Yeah, but you wouldn't have it any other way.
That's what we do. What do we do?
Remember, also on the news of UMaine, obviously we're winding down our fall season. Make sure you keep watching 1160score.com, centralmainesports.com, and, of course, respectively, 1160 The Score and Central Maine Sports social media, as we will fill out the UMaine schedule as we wind down and take the break before we go into the winter season.
Colton Colby is the return man near side number 30. Ethan Demons far side number 3 to return the kick of Trevor Pellerin. Pellerin teeing it up. Please don't squib it, Trevor. Please.
Well, I don't think it's his choice.
I know. I know it isn't his choice. Now he's going to move it to the middle. A couple of yards. Lawrence, 21, Cony 6. And he does drive it. And it is Colby. It gets by him. See? Sometimes good things happen when you kick it deep, and it's a touchback.
That's a break for Cony, I think, more than anything.
Because Colby was going to get crushed.
That was setting up to be like 1st and 10 at the 4. That is a break for the Rams.
So a misplay and a touchback ends up being a good thing.
Somebody up here in the press box, Mike, said that was all part of the plan. It was all part of the plan.
Hey, you'll take it.
Just let it roll back there and come out to the 20.
All right, let's see what Parker Morin and company do here to start the third. It is 1st and 10 from the 20. Morin back to throw. Left side, it's incomplete. Intended out in the left flat for Anderson St. Onge.
And just a miss there by Morin. Onge just ran a little out route and was wide open. It's soft coverage there, and instead of throwing it out where Onge was, it was way inside, and he just couldn't make the adjustment.
I don't think Parker Morin is throwing the ball well at all tonight.
No, I mean, besides that one deep ball to Demons, really not looks crisp.
2nd and 10. Handoff. It goes to Noyes, and Noyes struggle bus up to the 25-yard line. So give him almost 5, just shy of the 25-yard line. And on the bottom of the pile there for the Lawrence Bulldogs, 81, Jack Pelletier.
And what a monster third down already for this Lawrence defense.
Sure is. 3rd and 5, wide to the right side, Clark. Anderson St. Onge out there is the slot, 2 to the left, Morin back to throw. Looks right, fires right, throws out there, caught by Demons. Demons! And he circled back and luckily was able to get the first down. I think he had the first down originally. Then he circled back trying to find open space. Looked like he was going to get stopped short, but he was able to get away and get the first down at the 33.
Yeah, he wasn't quite there, Mike, but if he falls forward, he had it. But, man, he gave up about 3 yards immediately.
So they get the 1st and 10 from the 33. Hankey wide left. Demons the slot. Morin inside handoff. It's Noyes. Noyes hits it hard and hits it over the 40. And Anderson Noyes to the 42-yard line where he picks up 9.
Man, he is just running so well.
So it'll be 2nd down and a long 1, a short 2. You make the call. 21-6, Lawrence in the lead. Morin in the shotgun, Noyes right beside him. Man in motion, Demons. They shovel it inside, and that did not work. The shovel inside to St. Onge. So a shovel pass and a loss of yardage on the play back to the 40-yard line.
And just good discipline there. It's just the problem with that play, Mike, is all that eye candy was still all in the backfield. So it's not like you really tricked them. They were rushing that way anyway.
So 3rd and 3 from the 40 for Parker Morin and company. Morin hands to Noyes. Noyes can't get it. He broke the initial tackle, but Jackson O'Boyle stopped him short, and guess what we got? Another 4th down play. And Cony is 0 for so far. They are 0 for 3. And this is going to be 4th and, again, short 2, a long 1.
Yeah, I think short 2, very apropos description.
And they're going to go for it. 0 for 3 so far. Morin in the shotgun, Noyes to his right. 2 receivers to the right. Here's the snap. Noy's going to keep it and breaks through, gets the first, and he is down finally at midfield. Stopped on the play there by 60, Davin Baldick. Nice job by Parker Morin to navigate his way through the line.
Little tit for tat for Cony there. Obviously, we saw a great quarterback sneak from Michael Hamlin in the first half, and that really well done. Way to get shifty and pick up 9.
1st and 10 at midfield. 21-6 Lawrence. Morin, a handoff, now a flea flicker. It's downfield. There is, it's tipped away. Great defensive play back there. The ball intended for Anderson St. Ange, and knocking it away.
19.
Was it 19? Okay, Keegan Littlefield playing a deep center field as they went to the razzle-dazzle, and Keegan Littlefield made the play.
That was a heck of a recovery there because St. Ange was open by a mile.
Maybe a little bit of an underthrow, but a razzle-dazzle for sure. 2nd and 10. A lot of excitement on one play. 2nd and 10 from the 50. Morin sends 2 to the right. Has him loaded 2 to the left. He's going to throw it. Fires it right side. Throws it over there. It's caught by Demmons. Again, Demmons cuts back, but Lawrence covers well. And did they rip the ball out? I think the ball did come out. If it did, Lawrence says they have it. They do! It was ripped free, and it's recovered at midfield. And B.L. Lippert, look at B.L. Lippert. He is all the way out to the 50-yard line.
He is livid.
Can we get a look at that? A good enough look on the Mid-State Machine replay.
Now let's take
Demmons cutting back. And that time it cost him. And is it a matter of they think the whistle should have been blown?
No way. That's absolutely a fumble. The recovery's tough to see with all the bodies. I'm assuming the ref's right, but saying that was dead, no way.
Here's Preston Roy, left side. Not much room to run there on the short side of the field. He does get a couple of yards. So according to the Mid-State Machine replay, legit fumble. Anderson, that is St. Ange, with a tackle, a gain of 2. So Lawrence, quote, gets the stop they needed, unquote, on a fumble. And they take over, leading by 2 scores, 21-6, with 8:15 to go in the third. Wide to the right side, Leighton Bradford. He's had a touchdown reception tonight. Michael Hamlin hands off to Roy, squares the shoulders, 45 to the 43, maybe even a little bit more. It'll set up a 3rd down and short. It'll be 3rd and 3. Steve Witham on the stop there. So it'll be 3rd and 3 at the 43. The winner plays the Falmouth Meso winner at last report. Falmouth up 22-7 there in the third.
Taking care of business big time.
And where did we hear that game would be played? Mesolonsky?
Meso or Gardner.
All right, handoff. Roy, 1st down and more. Roy hurdles ahead to the 36. Meso or Gardner is what we heard. Either way, we'll be there.
Oh, 100%.
1st down at the 36. 1st and 10 at the 36. A running clock, 7:15 to go. An anxious crowd here on the Cony side. Their team trailing 21-6. Hamlin inside handoff, and Colton Carter went down, and I think he was trying to pull off one of those. I don't think I had my knees down, but the officials not going for that. They rule him dead. No gain, actually a loss. It'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd down and 11 on a Friday night at Fuller Field in Augusta. On a cold, windless night, thank God. 2nd and 11. Hamlin's going to chuck it. Back to throw. Fires right there. Man is open. That's Moore. 1st down at the 20. And Dawson Moore, a big catch.
You got a flag, though, I believe, Mike.
All right, we got a flag down on the play. And this Dick LaCase, the referee. A consult. A long consult.
Legal formation, I believe? Legal shift.
Illegal shift. So an unfortunate penalty for Lawrence. They get a big pass play and a foolish penalty, really, on an illegal shift. It'll be a 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 16.
That's a break for the Cony defense.
Huge break. Because Lawrence was going to be in business. So 2nd and 16. Lawrence backed up now at the 42 of Cony. Running clock here, 6:15 to go in the third. A lot of time to play. 2nd down and 16. Hamlin hands it off.
I
have no idea.
Roy has the ball. I did not see him get it, though.
I didn't either. He handed it off to someone. That's all I could say assuredly on that play. And so Preston Roy to the 40-yard line, and it is 3rd and long.
Double check here. Gain of 2.
Yeah, 3rd and 14.
Yeah, it's a double handoff, yeah. So Carter got it and then gave it to Roy.
Okay.
Fooled everybody.
It was almost Winslow-esque.
Yeah.
3rd and 14. This time straight handoff to Carter. Carter turns upfield. Carter, that is to the 30, to the 29-yard line. And you are now in a situation where you're going to go for it here on fourth down. It is 4th and 4. So 4th and 4 at the 30. Lawrence will go for it. Michael Hamlin back from the sidelines. 4th and 4.
Somebody doing their math wrong. That was a run of 10 because the ball was at the 40.
Yep. So a gain of 10. Split backfield, Roy and Carter. Hamlin's going to throw it. Looking, throws it in the flat, caught by Moore. That's the same play that had the first down before. They get it. This time, no flags are down. That's a first down connection from Michael Hamlin to Dawson Moore.
That was actually O'Boyle on the catch.
That's a first down connection from Michael Hamlin to Jackson O'Boyle.
Just a little flare out there. Like you said, just takes advantage of lack of attention.
O'Boyle was wide open, like Moore was on the first down pass play that was called back on the illegal shift. Lawrence in business, 1st and 10 from the 23. Bradford wide to the right. Handoff Roy. Roy, little juke, can't break the tackle. Stopped at the line. Anderson St. Onge up there to make the stop. It'll be 2nd down. And let's see.
No gain.
No gain, so 2nd down and 10.
And if you're Lawrence, obviously you don't want to get behind the chains, but Mike, I don't think if you're Lawrence, you're not hating this either. You're just burning that clock.
Tick, tick, tick.
I mean, you don't want to get out of rhythm, but obviously you can see Lawrence, I think, being very deliberate in the huddle.
Yeah, they got to hustle here because the back judge has already ruled 10 seconds. And they know it. They get up with a sense of urgency. Yep. And now they realize they're in trouble. They take time out. So a timeout on the field, an unnecessary one that, in the grand scheme of things, you don't want to take. But if you don't want to lose the 5 yards, you take it. And so they do.
I got another score for you, Mike. In the third, Foxcroft Academy's up 23-0 over Old Town.
Foxcroft Academy, number 1 seed, undefeated. Winner of that game will play the winner of the Winslow-John Bapst game that we will have tomorrow afternoon at 1.
Yeah, which is another playoff rematch. So Winslow is the home team on the wrong side of that rematch, which is really interesting. Tell you what, are we heading, though, for another Foxcroft Academy Wells clash? No disrespect to the other teams. We still got to play them, but, I mean, talk about a lot of offense. I've seen both teams this season, and they're both good.
So out of the timeout, Lawrence, to avoid a penalty, takes the timeout. 2nd down and 10 at the 23. Let's see what they come up with.
I mean, those where they've used play action has been just deadly.
Split backfield for Michael Hamlin under center. Hamlin, quick handoff to Carter. Carter in a maze of red, and he can't go anywhere.
Nice job by the Cony defensive line standing up. This had to be 3rd and 9 at worst. Nope. No gain.
Well, it's going to be 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 at the 23. Let's see if they come back with that play action. On 3rd and 10 at the 23. 2-down territory. You also have Trevor Pellerin.
Good point.
In the mix. Can he hit from 40, which was what this would be? It's probably about as far as his range goes.
Yeah,
there is very little wind.
Yeah, field goal makes it a 3-score game.
3rd and 10 from the 23 of Cony. Hamlin under center, brings him out. Hamlin, play action, rolling right. Looking downfield, zips it in there, it's picked off! It is picked off by Hankey! How about that? Cony gets what they needed. A turnover. Ben Hankey with a huge pick.
No joke. Now, no discussion about that field goal or anything. Hankey making a massive play.
Wow. Massive is a great word to use. Pick by Hankey, and Cony back on offense. Trailing 21-6. Morin hands off. Up the middle. This is Anderson Noyes for a first down and a lot more. Noyes from the 20 all the way up to the 33. That's a 13-yard pickup. Keegan Littlefield on the tackle.
He's been so good. That took him over the century mark. 106 yards on 17 carries.
Cooper Clark wide to the right. Hankey wide left. Morin in the shotgun with Noyes right beside him. Demmons goes in motion. Pitch out. This is Noyes. Stops, running into his own guy. Reverses course, and down he goes. Davin Baldick finished him off. He ran into his own guy, and that really doomed that play from the start.
A nice job just falling forward. Ought to be about 3, yep. But good, again, another good example of defensive pursuit, because that cutback, if you're undisciplined, it goes from being something where you're like, we got a 4-yard stop, to all of a sudden we gave up a 60-yard touchdown.
2nd down and 7. From the 36, Morin from the gun. They're loaded up on the left side, triplets there. Now coming in motion is Clark, fake to him. Now we've got a flag down, dead ball foul. Procedure on the offense.
Five yards. Tell you what, Mike, Hankey is played kind of sparingly. Obviously makes the big defensive play, but if you're Lawrence, it obviously depends on how much trust Morin has in him. He is not a small receiver out
very
there.
Good size.
So you get down somewhere where you need to throw up a jump ball, I'd look at number 28.
He's flanked out wide left. Wide to the right, Clark. The slot man is St. Onge. Actually, there are 3 to the right. Empty backfield, back to throw. Morin looks left, throws downfield, wide open. St. Onge, can he make the catch? No! Anderson St. Onge got twisted around and could not bring it down.
That's actually a really well delivered ball, and I think for Morin, for Noyes there, if he doesn't flatten that route out and keeps a sharper angle, he's behind the defense and doesn't have to make quite the adjustment.
Yeah, you're right. It was Noyes, not St. Onge. It was Noyes, 21. Wrong Anderson.
Yeah, got the wrong member of the law firm.
He got downfield fast.
Yes, he did.
He is the slot right. A little pop-up of a snap, and Morin does a nice job to break away with it. Lawrence with some terrible tackling, and Morin goes wide. 45, midfield. Parker Morin with his best play of the night. And some poor tackling and defense overall by Lawrence. And it's a first down by Morin to the 45-yard line. Let's see, 19-5, give him 24.
That was a heck of a run there. Nice job cutting back, too. He could have just given up and taken that first down, cuts back and picks up a few more.
And it started off with that pop-up of a snap that I thought was going to really doom the play, and it didn't. Morin never gave up on it. 1st and 10 at the 45. Twins left, 1 right. Hand off to Noyes. Noyes breaks a tackle. Noyes hurdles to the 35.
Run a little sideways there for a stretch.
Boyle on the stop. but not before Noyes got to the 35-yard line, or just shy of it. 39 seconds left in the third. Cony closing in on the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 36. Morin, 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Demons in motion. Hand off to Noyes. Noyes, big hole down the middle.
He dropped
the first down, the ball's out. And Lawrence says they have it. Lawrence says they have it, and they do. Noyes put it on the ground. And it's recovered by Lawrence. The second turnover of the quarter by the Cony Rams.
He just flat dropped it. Just flat dropped it.
So a non-contact fumble.
Yeah, he was trying to get skinny and get between a defender and the ref. And I was watching. As we showed it to you, I'll take another quick look myself. Yeah, he just flat dropped it.
1st and 10, Lawrence from the 25. Hand off to Roy. Roy angles left to the 28, maybe the 29. That'll be the final play of the third quarter. 3 in the books in this Class B North semifinal matchup. Lawrence, a 2-score lead. It's the Bulldogs 21 and the Cony Rams 6. You're watching and listening to playoff high school football on the Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Our third quarter breakdown is brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Turnovers, the story of the third quarter. No scoring in the third quarter, but turnovers aplenty. 2 turnovers by Cony, 1 turnover by Lawrence. The Lawrence turnover, a pick by Ben Hankey of Michael Hamlin. The Cony turnovers, both of them fumbles. And right now, Lawrence trying to cash in on this one. They'll have a 2nd and 3 play when we get started again from their own 29. Our third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan.
Yeah, just mind-boggling. You saw that first one by Demons. That's a strip. This one you're seeing right now, those watching the replay by Noyes, just a flat drop. He just put the ball on the turf.
So Lawrence charges out 1st and 10. 2nd and 7, my bad, from their own 29. 2nd down and 7 for Michael Hamlin and company. Hamlin from under center. As Preston Roy has a conversation with him now. Going in motion, Carter. Hand off to Roy, almost ran into his quarterback. Roy goes wide and breaks a tackle. And Roy ahead to the 33-yard line. Colton Carter has not been able to bust free tonight.
Yeah, Colton Carter only has 3 carries right thus far in the second half.
The guy who's got a 368-yard game.
And just for retrospect, so Carter's got 3 carries. Roy, that was his 5th, and O'Boyle, who carried right before the end of the third, has 2.
3rd and 2 from the 33. Big play here for the Cony defense. Pitch to Carter. Carter has the first. Carter over the 35 to the 37-yard line. They'll move the sticks. So Carter with a first down carry, 1st and 10. Tomorrow we're in Winslow, Raiders and Crusaders. How about that? Crusaders, Raiders, Raiders, Crusaders. Game time 1 o'clock, pregame 12:45 from Jerry Poulin Field. 1st and 10 from the 36. Bradford wide to the left. He's got a touchdown catch tonight. Hand off to Carter. Carter sweeps right, 45, 40, down the sidelines. Look at the burst from Carter, and he goes out of bounds. He is spotted out at the 30-yard line. So finally he breaks free and run out of bounds down there by Jordan Benedict.
34.
So a 34-yard pickup, and Carter gives him a 1st and 10 from the 30. Running clock here, not a running clock. He went out of bounds, 10:45 to go in the fourth. 1st and 10 from the 30. Bradford wide left. Hamlin under center. Quick hitter to Roy. Roy bursts up the middle. Look at the big hole there, and Roy down to the 18-yard line. That's a 12-yard pickup. Nice job by the Lawrence offensive line leading the way there. 71, Gabe Johnson.
That might have been more. Roy, as he tried to cut back, got a little over his skis.
Fell down.
Still, like you said, picked up 6.
He's down to the 18-yard line. 1st and 10 from there.
And how about this just crunch time? Cony needs a turnover the worst way because you're looking at them burning clock and going up 3 scores.
1st and 10 from the 18. Roy and Carter in the backfield. Handoff. Actually, that was not Roy. That was not Carter. I think that was Cole Kirian.
No, it's 5.
Was? All right. So 5, Garrett Leclerc. Haven't seen him in a while. So a new back in there, Garrett Leclerc, number 5. Leclerc is a junior. Saw him last year. Had some great speed, remember, in one game that we did.
Yeah, he was. Whew. I mean, last year, you just talk about a spoil riches because you had Martin with Roy as his backup, Carter. I can't remember who the other starter was.
Parker Higgins.
He's got speed.
2nd down at 14. A loss of 4 there. The turn, the give to Roy, and Roy is bottled up. And Carter, we got a flag thrown in to the pile. Let's see.
I didn't see a face mask. It was opposite side of the field, so not sure, but it didn't look like a face mask.
Yeah, that was thrown by an official way out of the play.
As it stands, he did lose 4 yards.
All right, here comes referee Dick LaCase. He's got the ball. He's spotting it down. Is there no penalty?
I think they waved it off.
All right, so it's a wave off, no penalty. So just the play. And a loss of 4 more, so it's 3rd and 18. When Lawrence has gotten deep here in the second half, they've gone in the opposite direction.
And then one play to Carter, and it works.
That's right. They turned it into a touchdown eventually. 3rd and 18 as Hamlin milks the clock. The turn, 2 handoffs, that is. This is Kirian, I think.
Yeah.
And Cole Kirian breaks a big one. He needed 18 for the first down. He got the handoff from Carter, and he got, a lot. Let's see where they spot him down at the 13-yard line. And so it'll be 4th down.
It should be, about 3, right? Because the original line of scrimmage was about the 18.
No, they have it at least 4, maybe more. Maybe 5. That's 4th and 5.
Yeah,
4th and
13. 5. Yeah, bad math.
It's 4th and 5. The line of scrimmage is the 13. They need the 8.
It's got to have it for Cony right now.
So they're not going to try the field goal. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 5. Back to throw Hamlin across the formation. Did he overthrow his man? No, it's caught. Touchdown! It's a touchdown!
That was 2.
Leighton Bradford, the recipient, his second touchdown catch of the night. It's a 13-yarder, and it's 27-6.
Yeah, and as you saw there when we came back from showing you the replay of that touchdown, Lip is irate because he says he didn't maintain possession. We'll show you another look at it after this extra point.
Well, I wondered if he was going to be able to have possession and his feet down at the same time as Pellerin drives it through. What are you seeing on the Mid-State Machine replay?
Take another look here. I think Coach Lipp might have a choice. We'll show it to you. I'm going to show it to you one more time. But as he hits the ground, he bobbles it, and I'm not sure he got the toes down. I think his feet. Ooh, I think Coach Lipp's got a reason to be upset. I think he does.
All right, so there's that.
Because as he hits the ground, he bobbles it. He doesn't lose it, but he bobbles it. And then it's close on the toes because he kind of picks both his feet up as he sort of dives for that. So I think you can make a case A, not retaining the, not making the catch inbounds, and B, did he actually get his feet down?
So the officials could be 0 for 2 there.
Yeah, and Lip mad obviously because it's a touchdown, but that might about just seal it for Cony.
3-score game with 8 minutes to go. It's going to take a heck of a comeback, that's for sure. And Upman Clark finally knocks the ball down, 23, 25, 30 up the sidelines. Again, Lawrence with poor coverage, and they allow him to get up to the 42-yard line.
And how about this, Mike? Obviously, we go over the stats in the game. Bradford, talk about efficiency. 2 catches, 45 yards, 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
That's a night right there.
So Lawrence with a 28-6 lead. It's 1st and 10 for Cony from their own 42.
Better start finding some chunk plays in a hurry.
Got to throw the ball down the field and quickly. Morin in the shotgun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Rolls to his right. Looks, loads it up. Downfield, intended down there for Hankey. Where's the coverage for Lawrence? Hankey with a big catch all the way down to the 7-yard line. That ball was in the air for an eternity, and Lawrence could not cover it.
That was the definition of a moon ball, and still underthrown. Morin puts a little bit more on that. Hankey walks in for a touchdown.
Easy. As it is a big pass play down to the 8. What'd they say, gain of 48?
Yeah, we'll see 8, 42. No, it'd be 50, right? If it's at the it's at the 6, 52.
1st and goal. Morin looks right side, pulls it back twice, throws it out there. It's caught by Clark. Clark cuts to the inside, touchdown. It's a 6-yard pass play, and Cony sure scored fast. So Morin to Clark for a 6-yard pass play. And it looks as if Cony will go for 2. Remember, they went for 2 on a fake on their first touchdown. It's 28-12, 7:35 to go. And Morin from the shotgun to go for 2. Throws it left side, caught out there, and defended well. And
finally, no.
Finally, he did not get in.
He fought for a while there, but finally, no.
The fight was real. 7:35 to go. Cony has closed the gap to 16. It's a 2-score game. It's Lawrence 28, Cony 12. Back after this on The Score.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Well, Matt Boston teeing it up, and boy, it sure looks like it's going to be an onside kick, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Boston has the ball teed up at an angle, and he is ready to kick it. Now it falls off.
Can I just say real quick while I do this? I hate the new NFL onside kick rule.
Oh, my God.
We have to declare it, and it can only be the fourth quarter.
The NFL kicking rules are absurd.
So stupid.
Jerry Glanville once said the NFL stands for the no fun league, and he's not kidding. He was not kidding.
100%.
Just weak. Just weak. Here it is, and it's caught. One hop catch by someone on that front line. It might have been Colt Carter. Yep.
It was Carter.
So Lawrence will take over. Good field position on the onside kick. 1st and 10 at their own 48.
Cony's got 3 timeouts. Kenny, you're going to have to make a stop. I mean, this is 4-down territory. It's the downside of that onside kick is this put Lawrence 100% in 4-down territory.
1st and 10 from the 48. This Bulldog offense trying to grind out a win on the road in the playoffs. Here's Roy, or check that O'Boyle, 2 hands on the ball for the young running back, and he's into Cony territory at the 48. Give him 5.
How about the trust in O'Boyle, someone who wasn't really in the rotation at the beginning of the season? Obviously, the injury to Dustin Hunter-Bellows gives him an opportunity, but talk about a big spot to get the ball.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Give him 4, 2nd and 6. Bradford wide to the right side with 2 touchdown catches tonight. 2nd and 6, Hamlin milking it. The turn, handoff to Carter. Carter, 45, Carter, 40, Carter first down, Carter more. Down the sideline, got a flag thrown. Got another flag thrown. All kinds of laundry on the field. And Carter rips off a biggie, and let's see if they will tack on more.
They mark him down, looks like, the 29?
Yep.
So he's, as it stands, currently a gain of 19.
Face mask on, or it's offsetting penalties. All right, so each side with a penalty, so that will bring the play back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll have a do-over.
So completely forget what you just saw.
Never mind.
Thank goodness I didn't write it down. I work in pen.
So do I. I did not write it down. And it goes back to the 48. 2nd down and 6. 6:40 to go. The clock is running. It is not an ally of the Cony Rams. 2nd and 6.
Get a little bit sigh of relief for Lawrence. I mean, minuscule in terms of 6 minutes, but that just lets him run another free play. Burn more clock.
Exactly. Hamlin under center. 2nd and 6 from the 48 of Cony. Man in motion. That is Roy. Handoff to Carter. Carter ran into a Cony player, and that is the end of that. Hit high there by Caden Veyu, number 55 in red.
Cony fans believe.
That was kind of a half-hearted, it's not over.
None of the rest of the home crowd feeling it. Not a good sign. It's a loss of 1 for what it's worth.
Yeah, it is. So it's 3rd and 7. But the clock tick, 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 5:40.
The other thing, too, to your point earlier, and I agree with you, Mike, missing that 2-point conversion on that first touchdown means that the next 2 you have to get 2.
Yeah. You chase.
Yep.
You chase, and you have a reliable kicker. Sweep left side, Roy. Roy trying to turn the corner, bounces inside or for a fake to the outside, and he is to the 44. Demons on the tackle for Cony. They put him at the 45. It is 4th and 3. If you don't stop him here, the game is over.
100%. And how about here? I nothing against Colton Carter, obviously a really good running back, but how about that Hamlin sneak play possibly again?
So in the backfield, you've got Roy. Oh, they're going to punt? I'm absolutely shocked.
I'm with you.
I would not punt here. Let's see if they actually do punt. Remember, Michael Hamlin is the punter, and they're going to take a timeout after all that. And let's see what decision comes from this.
I'm with you, Mike. I think here with a 2-score lead, you go for it. I mean, because worst case,
end the game.
Yeah, worst case scenario, you don't get it. It's not like you're up a score. They're going to be chasing you. And if, like you said, you get it, the game's over. I mean, Cony's got 3 timeouts, but for all intents and purposes, the way you've run the ball tonight, those timeouts aren't really going to matter because you're either going to run the clock out or probably score again.
So Lawrence takes time with 4:40 left. And a 4th and 3.
They only have 1 left. So if they find themselves in some situations, obviously trying to manage this clock late, that one seems really crucial to burn right there that they just did because they only sitting with 1 in their pocket.
4th and 3.
You also do Cony the favor, obviously, of calling that timeout, so you stop the time.
Guess what? They changed their mind.
I think this is the right call.
I do too. 4th and 3 from the 45. Hamlin pitches. Carter has a block, has the first, and that might have just ended the game right there. On 4th and 3. And I think B.L. Lippert's going to send some subs in. Sends a couple in, including Zach Waddell.
St. Ange coming out.
Yep. 1st and 10 from the 40. A 28-12 lead for the Lawrence Bulldogs. And the clock running, 4:10 remaining. Hamlin will wait it out. 1st and 10 from the 40. Hand off to Roy. Roy down after a couple of yards.
Are you a little surprised that not all, obviously just a couple subs, because the possibility of knocking the ball out still is out there?
Yeah.
And nothing against him in particular, but Carter, we've seen Lawrence several times this season. Carter at times has struggled with ball security.
2nd down and 9. 3.5 to go. Hamlin hands to Carter. Carter wrapped up, still going though as he broke away from that original wrap up. And Carter spins ahead and gains yardage down to the 22.
That was he stepped right out of that tackle.
Check that to the 32. 3rd down and 2. And B.L. Lippert not using his timeouts. Probably waiting to see what happens on the next play or two. Michael Hamlin, 3rd and 2. Turns, gives to Carter. Carter smashes right side, pulled back, but did forward progress get him there? I don't think so.
I don't think he got it. I think that was a Boyle too, Mike.
And now Cony is going to take their timeouts.
Yep, just one.
So give that carry to O'Boyle and not Carter.
Lawrence facing an upcoming 4th down, but now it's they moved it up. So it's a short way. Like that's half a football length.
So it's 4th down and less than a yard.
I gotta think this is Hamlin the whole way. Because I think you get this. Like you said, Cony, I think Coach Lippert waiting to see if he brought him at 4th down. You get this, I think Coach Lipp even waves the white flag.
Would agree. 4th and less than a yard. Ball just outside of the 30-yard line. All right, out of the Cony timeout. Hamlin tight formation. Bradford is wide to the left side. Hamlin drives, and I believe he got it. He went to the left this time. Earlier, you'll recall, if you've been with us all night, he pulled back and went to the right on a quarterback sneak. This time he went to the left.
Curious to see what they marked. Wow.
That's not a great spot.
No, it is not. I think they're going to measure this. I thought forward progress was way better.
They're not even going to measure it. They're going to give it to Cony.
Wow.
I think that's a very bad spot. And Cony will take it. Thank you very much. And take over the football. So if you can score quickly and get 2, then you can onside kick again.
And Cony still has 2 timeouts in their pocket.
Crazier things have happened. All right. Twins to the right, twins to the left. Noyes, the running back for Parker Morin. Back to throw it. Morin shovels it off. And
that's Veyu, isn't it? Because he played tight end last year.
Yeah, Caden Veyu, 55, playing a offensive. No, he's playing a tight end position. He's playing tackle. Shoveled it out to him. It was a backwards pass. The 50-50 ball here, and it's incomplete. There were 3 Bulldogs back in coverage on Ben Hankey there. So it's 3rd down and 3. Clock stops on the incompletion 1:52 to go. Tomorrow, Winslow and John Bapps, the Crusaders and the Raiders. Game time 1 o'clock. And then Sunday, we've got a radio audio only game, UMaine and Boston College in hockey at 1 o'clock. Pregame show 12:30 on the Score. 3rd and 3. Morin, quick pass right side. It is complete.
Cooper Clark.
Yep, Clark with the catch. They'll stop the clock, move the sticks. And here we go. Morin, right side. That one's batted down. Big mitts there of Brady Richards. So Richards knocked it down. That'll stop the clock.
Hey, you're obviously trying to send people deep to see it. Not that Lawrence, I think, is too sound to let something bust wide open. I think you have to try, if you can run a crossing route over the middle and see if maybe Demmons with his speed can break a tackle.
1st and 10 from the 43. Morin rolls left. Looks, flips it. It's caught there by Demmons. Demmons has rolled out of bounds. You don't want to give up the big play, so if you have to throw him out of bounds, you do. So Moore able to do just that. Gain of 11. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Cony at the 47. 1:31 on the clock. Lawrence, a minute and 31 seconds away from a second straight trip to the Class B North title game. Morin in trouble, chased by Richards, a block from behind almost by Vayu. Downfield, guess who's open? And Hankey with a drop.
That was a dart.
You very simply, AJ, have got to catch that football.
It's right in the hands. That was a dart from Morin.
That's the best throw he's made tonight.
100%. He put that right where it needed to be, and Hankey let him down.
That should have been a touchdown.
Lawrence, the other thing is, too, what are you doing?
Boy, their pass defense is just not good. Just not good. They get lost back there. They got Preston Roy playing a deep center field, and that didn't matter on that play. Hankey got behind him. Morin to throw it again. To the sideline, way overshoots Ethan Demmons.
And those are just such tough throws. He's going from opposite hash. I mean, you're adding 10 yards to any throw easily.
Yeah, plus you're primed for a pick there, too.
Yes. Man, you feel, I'm still a little bit in awe of that last pass. That was a dart from Morin to Hankey.
Throw. 3rd and 10. 1:20 on the clock. 2 left, 2 right for Parker Moore, an empty backfield. Right side, throws it out there, caught by Demmons, cuts back inside, gets some yardage to the 37. He's right near the stick. It's a 1st down. Colton Carter on the stop.
Now that one, I think, just to get the 1st down, keep the drive alive.
Closing in on a minute. 1st and 10, Morin to throw it. Looks, fires right side. Ball might have been tipped on the way out. A flag down. That's going to be interference there on Colton Carter. Carter interfering with Demmons, and Carter might have hurt himself on that. Yeah, he did.
He's got a Charlie horse, it looks like.
Charlie horse, cramp, something.
I showed the replay again, Mike, and I don't know if the rules, and we got a second here, obviously Colton Carter's going to help himself off. I think you're right. I think that ball was tipped, in which case I'm not sure. Also, Carter fell on Demmons' ankle, by the way. Demmons a little slow to get up.
Carter getting better as he walks off the field. I thought I saw a tip.
I think you're right, and I was going to ask you, is that because in the NFL, I believe pass interference.
It was waved off.
It's waved off if
ball.
It's tipped.
I don't know if the rule applies here.
But I think you're right. It's tough to tell, but the ball looks like it starts to wobble, so I think you are correct.
1st and 10 from the 22. Empty backfield for Morin. Looking left all the way. Loads it up. Hankey down there again. He's open. Little push off. Incomplete.
Again, I think Morin put that in the right spot. He put it the outside. Hankey boxes out. Hankey gets a little bit too inside. I'm good. No flag. I'm good with that call. Hankey's just got to catch it.
So Hankey does a good job of getting open. That's when the problems start.
Yeah, he did a nice job using his size to press inside, and then he kind of left himself little room to catch it, but he still got his hands on it.
55 seconds left.
It was a good throw.
All right, trips left. Twins right. Morin fields a low snap, flips it out in the flat. It is caught out there. That is Hankey who made the catch there. Hankey sets up a goal to go at the 7. They'll stop the clock to move the sticks. And a low snap and a spike by Morin. So that stops the clock. The ball is on the 7-yard line. So it is first and goal to go with 44 seconds left. So you've got to score here if you're Cony and get a 2. Anything other than a 2 and the game is over.
100%. And then you have to do the very easy thing of getting an onside kick.
Of getting an onside kick and converting it. Yep.
Yeah, this is parlay's getting very extensive, Mike. I don't like the odds.
Second down and goal from the 7. Noise in the backfield. Morin has time, fires incomplete, intended for Jordan Benedict on a post pattern.
That was the rifle, but it was way low.
Well, you'd better, for the most part, on the goal line, rifle it.
Yeah, but Benedict had no chance. It was down at his ankles.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. So third and goal at the 7. Twins right, trips left. Empty backfield for Morin. Third and goal from the 7. Noise in motion, back to throw. Morin's going to run it. Morin is close to the goal line. He's in, touchdown. So Morin, a 7-yard run. Now you got to get the 2.
How about that call?
So with 33 seconds left, Cony will go for 2. They are 0 for the night. 0 for 2. Morin in the gun with Noise to his left. Got to have it. Over the middle, it is incomplete. It is knocked down.
That was O'Boyle sitting right there in the middle. They just ran Hankey on a slant.
So the 2-point pass, no good. And the score stays 28-18. There is no path to victory. We have heard that a lot in the last few days in the world of politics. Well, it's applicable here on the football field. 33.9 seconds to go. So the Lawrence Bulldogs are going to play for the Class B North Championship for the second year in a row. See if I can find a final down south.
Whew, Coach Lipp hot again.
Still hot, yep. He's been hot a lot tonight.
He's doing the wise thing for his team. He walked all the way to the edge of his bench.
All right, Boston will onside kick it. Diving on it, it is loose. Who's got it? We haven't seen a call yet. And coming out of the pile is Colton Carter.
They're still discussing this.
Discussing. I still haven't seen a call yet.
I haven't seen it. Cony's celebrating here on the sidelines, but I haven't seen a call.
Well, either one side had it or
Cony.
the other. Now they say Cony has it. So the onside kick, successful. So hold on. You still got to score.
Immediately.
Yes.
Cony's still sitting with I guess given the stats, are you surprised Lipton burning those time? He sat with 2 timeouts in his pocket that entire drive.
Yep.
And still has them. Now you get the onside, and now you're thinking, oh, the timeouts, what are they doing in your pocket?
You got 32.4. Lawrence has dropped 4 men, 20 yards plus downfield.
Including Hamlin.
1st and 10 from the 49. Morin dialing up long distance. Down there, man! Hankey does a great job of getting open, doesn't he? And even with 4 men downfield like that, Lawrence can't cover a pass.
In that case, Hankey's open. Morin just missed him. That was long, but good gosh. That was a heck of a throw, and Hankey open again.
I'm telling you, if Lawrence survives this game, they better do a lot of work on their pass defense this week because they are not good.
Yeah, and we know Falmouth can light it up in a hurry. That game against Meso, they had a, 80-yard, 69-yard, and I think something in the 50-yard touchdown.
All right, 2nd and 10, although down in distance means nothing. It's 2nd and score. Morin to throw it. Right side, and it is caught there on the sidelines, and the catch is made by Benedict. It's a 1st down, and we've got a Cony lineman down on the play. And down for Cony is 62, Steve Witham. He hobbles up. Coach Lippert went out to the middle of the field for the 2nd time today. 17.8. They set the ball. They set the sticks. Now they've got to start the clock. There it goes. 15. Morin spikes it with 11.7.
I'm pretty sure our scoreboard's not wrong. They have timeouts.
11.7. I think they've got 1. They might have 2.
We've got 2, and I'm pretty sure. Again, that's why we have Ashley Knight to specifically keep track of that stuff, and I'm pretty sure they have at least 1. That is for sure.
All right, ball on the 40. It is 2nd down after the spike. Morin hit. He's going to be. He was in the grasp. It's not a sack. It's an incomplete pass. Devin Baldick had himself a big old handful there of Parker Morin.
This has got to be intentional grounding, right?
It is.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, nobody in the area. That's a no-doubter. And with 3.5 seconds.
I say Lawrence coach telling the refs the clock ought to be going, and I think that's accurate. I think they set the ball and then the clock will go.
Now flag down.
He signaled intentional grounding. I just don't think they threw the flag.
Well, it's going to be a happy bus ride back to Fairfield. Intentional grounding the call.
That's a 20-yard loss.
Timeout called by Cony. 1 more play. And so that loss, 42-21, back on September 13th. For Lawrence, that seems like a long, long time ago.
Yeah, it does. I think to your point, Mike, again, offense has been strong. I think they've scored 28 points in every game except for 2, which includes the first Cony game and then the Falmouth game. But they have not made it unexciting here down the stretch, which is a concern when you play the very potent offense of the Falmouth Navigators next week, I'm assuming. Unless Meslonsky just made an insane comeback, and we'll find out after we get the game concluded.
All right, Morin with 1 more play, barring a defensive penalty. They're going to hand it off to Noyes. Noyes up the middle, 45, and down he goes, and that is it. The Lawrence Bulldogs have come to Augusta and avenged a big loss earlier this year at the hands of Cony. They lost that one 42-21. They pay back Cony tonight. The final score in this one, the Lawrence Bulldogs 28 and the Cony Rams 18. Our postgame show and our score player of the game coming up next here On the Score.
Refi your ride at Connected Credit Union. Lower your current rate by as much as 1.5% and earn up to $300 cash back when you refinance your auto or recreational loan with us. This offer ends November 15th. Contact our loan team today for your best deal or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA. Member eligibility required. Consult with a loan officer for more information.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our Score crew back here live at Fuller Field in Augusta, where the Lawrence Bulldogs have just polished off the Cony Rams, winning tonight 28-18. Lawrence will play Falmouth for the Class B North Championship next Friday night in Falmouth. The Navigators navigating themselves to a 51-7 win tonight over the Messalonski Eagles. So it is Falmouth and Lawrence for the Class B North Championship. Time for our fourth quarter breakdown here, presented by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. In the fourth quarter, it was fun, that's for sure. A very entertaining fourth quarter. Cony scored a couple of touchdowns after Lawrence went up by a score of 28-6 on a 13-yard pass play from Hamlin to Bradford, with Pellerin kicking the extra point, 28-6. Then Cony made it interesting. Moore in a 6-yard pass play to Clark. They went for two, no good, 28-12. Morin with a 7-yard run. They went for two, obviously, again. Pass was no good, 28-18. Our fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partners since 1984. So the Lawrence Bulldogs come down here and really did their thing here tonight, ran the ball effectively and mixed it up with just the right amount of play-action passing. And I thought Michael Hamlin had a terrific night for the Bulldogs here throwing the ball tonight.
Yeah, only 3 for 5, but that's about the Lawrence way they want to do it. Did throw the interception. Bradford, 2 catches, 45 yards, a tutty. O'Boyle had the other one. It was a big one, though. It was that fourth down conversion, going for 7 yards. But to your point, 3 running backs for Lawrence get 50 yards. O'Boyle had 10 carries for 50 yards, and then 2 running backs had over 80 because Roy had 12 carries for 83, and then Colton Carter goes 20 for 148, which roughly ballparking some math. He had 148 this week, 197 last week, and 368 the week before, which puts him, let's see, roughly 550, nearly 700 yards on the ground in the last 3 games. I mean, not even roughly. I think that's about what it is. He has just been on a tear these last 3 games.
And that makes him our score player of the game tonight. He didn't break off a 90-yarder. He didn't go for 368. He just consistently was good all night long in this one tonight. So Colton Carter is our Flagship Cinemas score player of the game. He gets the Flagship Cinemas swag bag from Central Maine Community College, filled with goodies like a score player of the game keychain, a score t-shirt, and also a ticket to go to the movies to see a movie at Flagship Cinemas on Kennedy Memorial Drive in Waterville. So Lawrence will play the Falmouth Navigators, and believe it or not, it was only 16-7 down there at halftime, with Falmouth having the lead over the Messalonski Eagles, and they just hammered them in the second half, much like they did in Oakland a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I mean, that game at, what was the field goal, right? That was the difference at halftime. I think it was 17-14 in Oakland a couple weeks ago. And then they come out and just big play, and they just break your will. They're just unstoppable. They've got too many athletes. They play really well on defense. Lawrence, I think, has the type of offense that matches up favorably against Falmouth. Not to get ahead of ourselves, the problem is that Lawrence's defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah,
just to give you some quick numbers here, Mike. On the night, Noyes finished 21 carries, 141 yards. He lost the fumble. He had a touchdown, so he had a good night. That's almost 7 yards a carry. Parker Moore obviously had to throw it a ton, so he finished 18 for 39. But he finished 18 for 39 for 28, 95? Like 210. And so, the numbers aren't sparkling when you talk about a statistical average, but the big thing is his receivers let him down again tonight. Otherwise, this could have gotten really interesting, a lot more interesting, should I say, late.
Yeah, I mean, Hankey dropped a couple of touchdowns in this game that really could have, turned this game around completely. But, Lawrence, 28-6 lead, imposed their will on Cony, ran the ball like they need to run the ball, mixed it in with the perfect amount of play-action passes. Give it up to them. They came down here, avenged an earlier loss, and got the job done, and they're gonna live to play another day against the Falmouth Navigators. They, too, got shellacked by Falmouth 48-3 the first time around, so they get a chance for redemption. It ain't going to be easy, but all you ask for is a chance.
To your point in that one, Lawrence scored the first 3 points of the game, and I think you had the quote talking about it later in the game we had with Meslonsky where, in retrospect, one of the coaches said, we had a chance to score a touchdown. We didn't. We settled for 3, and then it felt like the game was not necessarily over there, but over there because then Falmouth just tore off 48 straight.
So Lawrence and Falmouth next week in Falmouth. We will have it here on The Score. So that means we move on to tomorrow. It's Winslow and John Bapps, the Raiders and the Crusaders tomorrow from Jerry Poulin Memorial Field. Game time 1 o'clock. AJ and I have the pregame show at 12:45. Don't forget Maine hockey coming up on Sunday, a matinee as the Black Bears take on Boston College. We haven't gotten a final on tonight's game as of yet, but they'll play at Chestnut Hill on Sunday afternoon at 1, pregame show 12:30. That's an audio, radio-only game here on The Score, so you'll hear it over the air on AM 1160 WSKW. The Score. We'll stream it live as well on 1160thescore.com and also at centralmainsports.com. So that's going to do it for us here tonight. For the crew, for Logan Cameron and Ashley Knight, and for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying good night from Fuller Field in Augusta. Final score in this one in the Class B North semifinals, the Lawrence Bulldogs 28 and the Cony Rams 18.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Midstate Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, 201 Service Skowhegan, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, and Flagship Cinemas. Every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at centralmainsports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or centralmainsports.com. Your team from your town plays here on the place for local sports, The Score.